It's a helicopter. Nintendo presenting a helicopter. Some islands. Rumors of something. According to the map in the basement. There's an article. There it is. Is this Splatoon 4? I don't know. It feels a little early. I don't know what's going on. A Splatoon spin-off. Okay, so it's not 4. I don't know what kind of game this would be. Almost feels like it would be an Animal Crossing-esque thing, just from what we're seeing. But that doesn't really fit with the rest of Splatoon. So who knows? I assume you're gonna play as the pilot, because who else would you be? What is that, I wonder?
What's crackin', Squid Squad?
Okay, I guess we're about to be told what all of that was.
From the Squid Research Lab. Without further ado, we're excited to share our latest findings.
Cool. I was told there was something big in
What
this.
you just witnessed are signs of the first ever Splatoon spin-off game coming ashore. Splatoon Raiders.
Yeah, Splatoon
Playing as a
Raiders.
mechanic, you'll
I'm
go on an
interested,
adventure in
but
the
I don't have a
mysterious
Switch 2.
Firelight Islands
Oh, I did just notice new
alongside
hairstyle.
Deep Cut.
That's cool. There's
Splatoon
more
Raiders is
hairstyles.
launching exclusively on the Nintendo Switch 2 system, but research is still underway.
Switch 2.
We'll report more on our findings when the results are in.
So you haven't finished anything you'd wish to show us other than the pre-rendered cutscenes? I don't know if they're pre-rendered though, who knows. Oh, Splatoon 3. With weapons. These weapons look different. These weapons look very different. Oh. There's third kits now. I honestly thought at this point we weren't getting third kits. But apparently I'm wrong. How many are there? There seems to be quite a bit. Cool. Random shots of people with the new weapons. There's a good few amount of them.
Well, an update to the Splatoon 3 game is also coming down the spillway.
Cool.
The Splatlands collection, which features new weapons from the Barazushi and Embers brands, is on
Okay,
its way.
new weapons from Barazushi and Embers.
Previous weapons, but have fresh new looks and
Yeah,
of course,
I know what
different sub-weapons and
multiple
specials.
kits means, guys.
We've identified 30 in total.
30?
I hope you try them out for yourselves.
There's 30 of
In
them.
addition, weapons freshness caps will be raised.
30 of them.
And you can earn new in-game badges.
30.
Plus, Series Weapon Power, a new stat to dive into, is being
Okay.
added to Anarchy Battle
Series Weapon Power.
This will track your effectiveness per weapon based on your win-loss ratio in battles.
I guess that's interesting.
It will also be used in
I don't know.
matchmaking to pit you against other players with similar stats.
Oh.
Follow the Squid
So
Research
now
Lab
it's
for our
based off of
latest
your weapon
findings.
power instead of your normal power, I guess,
Plus...
for matchmaking. And there's something new, I guess. What? Okay, so it's a new map, I guess. Or is this that one Splatoon map?
Don't call it a comeback. Okay, you can.
Okay, so it is.
Underpass from the original Splatoon game.
I have not
Returns
played
to the
Splatoon
rotation
1.
For some fresh splatting on classic
Mainly because my
turf.
Wii U gamepad is broken. If I had a working one, I would
Lastly,
probably
but
do a
not
Splatoon 1
leastly,
video.
For Nintendo Switch 2 players. You'll notice more detailed visuals, and the game will appear smoother
Detailed
in certain
visuals.
locations.
Is that one of
such as the
those you
square
have
in
to buy the
Scottsville
upgrade pack
and the
for,
Grand
or
Festival
do you
grounds.
just get to have that because you have a Switch 2.
But no need to
I honestly
fear.
wouldn't know.
Nintendo Switch players and Nintendo Switch 2 players will still be
Yeah,
able to
I
splat
don't see
together.
why they wouldn't. Except for that one glitch that's been going around with Switch 2.
This free update for Splatoon 3 is scheduled to release June 12th.
June 12th?
Stay tuned for further updates.
That's like 2 days from now, isn't it? Okay. Idiot Plays is returning. 30 new weapons. I guess this means I'm gonna have an actual upload schedule again. It's also gonna have to take me a bit to get used to playing Splatoon with the new weapons in there, especially when there's 30 of them. I almost feel like going backward and like rewatching some of the sections to just go, here's some of the weapons we're getting. Like, we're getting a new splatter shot and a new tri-stringer. We could search for sub-weapon using and try and figure out all of that stuff. Also, we can like go back to here and like look at this guy's sub-weapon line. So this guy's got a kind of low sub-usage one. Almost reminds me of Burst Bomb, you know? But I don't have like the chart for how much each sub-weapon costs. And like we could do that. We could go here and go, oh, that might be Burst Bomb. And then find another weapon and go, oh, that one's got Curling Bomb. I feel like doing that, but at the same time, there's like 2 days, so why should I worry that much about what's gonna happen in the next 2 days when I'm working on a non-Splatoon video? One other thing I noticed, Shiver's hair is slightly different, but then Fry's is very different. And then we have new hair for main character, who might, I assume you can play as an Octoling as well, but I honestly have no clue. I assume that you're playing as the pilot from the intro, because who else would you be playing as? And it also kind of looks like you had to make your own weapon and ink tank and all that. I am curious what's gonna end up happening with the story on this. Who knows what this big beam of light and the tornado is? Oh yeah, and then there's whatever that was. Probably salmonid related. You know. I can't think of what else that would be. This one I am more interested in like deep diving into every possible frame. We can kind of see like the layout of what the island we're gonna be on is, because there's like a bit of an icy area, a very grassy, maybe a bog kind of place. This looks kind of rough and sandy, I guess. Maybe a bit of a desert, and then this is like the dock area that we see later. So that's something interesting. We get this bit of a view of a mountainy area, which is interesting. I don't really know what to do about that information. And then this is that dock, which actually looks like that spot I was looking at earlier might not be this dock. And then this is like more the grassy area that might have been shown up in the corner. This is clearly some kind of like ink-powered fishing rod. Maybe it's just a normal fishing rod, but it just looks like it's got ink running through it. I don't know. What were you doing there, Fry? You are just throwing a random bolt into the air and catching it. I guess if you're stranded on an island, there's not much else you can do. There is a map here showing what the area we're at could be, and then there's a big ol' X right there. I don't know if that's like an X that was there when we get here and find this hideout area, or if that X is just like, hey, here's a section we think is useful, go check it. We've got a big X there. It kind of looks like Big Man is up for some diving, so he might be doing some kind of underwater diving section. I don't know. You might be able to play as him, you might not. Also, there's like this brace on her knee, so maybe there's an injury there sort of healing throughout the game. And then player character, this is quite the ink tank. I don't really know what the bits on the side are for. Are they there just to look cool, or is there an actual reason for them? Kind of looks like this fan is connected to the ink tank, and then it might like start spewing out ink through these and like making the fan spin. I'm not entirely sure what that would be useful for. Maybe it's just some kind of fun new sub-weapony type attack. I don't know. I'm not sure about this can over here though. We do get to see here that it's got some kind of a nozzle, which is very similar to this makeshift splatter shot nozzle. So it's possible that this is another weapon type thing that you get to use. Like maybe this spin-off is for testing what if you got 2 sub-weapons instead? Or potentially it's like one of these is a sub and one of these is a special kind of a thing. And then this is just to denote which is which. But it is odd. Yeah, and then we get to see Shiver doing the fishing. It doesn't necessarily look ink-powered, so I don't know why that looks like that. Why are you shooting Big Man exactly? Is there an actual reason to shoot him? I don't know. I am assuming that this is for that kind of diving thing he kind of looks like he's doing. Like he's clearly wearing some kind of a diving thing. And then we have whatever the heck this is. It kind of looks like Crab Tank, you know? It moves around a bit like Crab Tank. I'm not entirely sure what this is for. And then we get back to this shot, which kind of does look pre-rendered now that I look at it. Or at least the Switch 2 has nothing else it has to throw, so they're really throwing all the visuals they can at it. So the big light, and then the tornado kind of thing, this kind of sand beach area. We're somewhere near that ice area off to the side at the start of the game, I guess. Interesting, maybe. This is like the full shot. You can kind of still see bits of that ice, and then big tree, all that. It's really hard to glean much, except for this door of the helicopter. And then we get to see that, which I think is Salmonid related, because I'm really not sure what else it would be. Like when it comes to antagonists for the Splatoon series, Octolings can't be antagonists anymore, unless they come up with like a new, like, Inkling Octoling type race for us to be warring with. It's gonna be Staminids. And I think that's everything in the trailer. As a bit of a recap, new Splatoon game. It's a spin-off, but I am going to play this someday. I don't own a Switch 2 for various reasons, but at some point, I guess I'm gonna have to, so I can make content on this one. New kits for Splatoon 3. 30 of them. I can't think of anything else to say. So, this is the end of the video. Why are you still here? I'm honestly a little surprised if any of you stayed here, to be honest. Pickle fish lips.